Namaskar friends, welcome back to today's lecture, which is lecture number 19, which is primarily about two sites from the capital city of Delhi, both of which have been inscribed on UNESCO's World Heritage List in 1993. The first that I shall be sharing information about is Humayu's tomb, which was built in 1570. This tomb was commissioned by his widow Biga Begum, also known as Haji Begum, 14 years after his death actually. Humayu, for those who are unfamiliar, was the second emperor of India, the first being his father, that's Babur. The architect was Mirak Mirza Ghiyat, who constructed this particular tomb right in the center of this Persian-style Chahar Bagh, a garden with a quadrilateral form. Interestingly, Chahar Bagh is symbolic of Allah's garden, which is claimed to have 4 rivers flowing water, milk, wine and honey. The 4 main parts of the tomb are then further separated by channels into 36 parts. The red sandstone white marble combination was a favored architectural scheme associated with the early Delhi Sultanate, which was revived in 16th century, and Humayu's tomb is intimately connected with this revivalistic trend. So is Qutb Minar. Did you know that Humayu's tomb represents the first tomb, in fact the first royal monument dedicated to a Mughal ruler or constructed since the Mughals had established their power in India? This tomb also marks a departure from some orthodox Islamic tenets, which saw the construction of buildings over tombs as leading to a cult of the dead. In fact, I distinctly remember my grandmother never used to allow us to get back the artifacts from Taj Mahal because of similar reasons. Since the construction of Humayu's tomb, this particular thought process was done away with, and the burials and the structures and the tombs were henceforth seen as means of providing paradise-like conditions for the dead. In Islam, paradise, that's Jannat, is the final abode which is believed to have several tiers and heights of structures symbolizing proximity to Allah, to God. This gives the reason why Humayu's tomb is placed on a high and a terraced platform. Though domes are usually regarded as symbols of heaven, but I would like to share here that unlike Humayu, his father Babur was buried in an open enclosure in Kabul. Well, Humayu's tomb complex was later used for the burial of various members of the ruling family, and it is said to contain almost 150 graves. What a necropolis or a graveyard of the Mughal dynasty. With this, I switch on to the second site for today, which is Qutb Minar and its monument, so the entire complex. So Qutb Minar reflects the Pashtun architecture and is a 5-storied minaret construction, which was started by Qutbuddin Aibak but then was completed by his successors Iltutmish and Firoz Shah Tughlaq. The first mosque to be built in India, Qawwat-ul-Islam, which literally means the glory of Islam, is at the foot of this tapering tower and was built by Qutbuddin Aibak. It is 73 meters in height with balconies projecting on every floor, each of which is marked by bands of richly carved inscriptions from Quran. The lowest of the 3 tiers are made of alternating red and buff sandstone, the 4th and 5th of marble and sandstone. A major attraction in this complex, interestingly, is the 7-meter high Gupta period iron pillar, which is resistant to rust. It is believed and has been testified in Bollywood that standing with one's back to the pillar and making one's hand meet behind it brings good luck. Remember Chini Kam starring Amitabh Bachchan? Yes, exactly. In the Qutb complex, there is also Alai Darwaza commissioned by Alauddin Khilji, This red sandstone domed gateway is adorned with white marble inlays. There is an annual 3-day Qutb festival that features classical music and dance. So those who cannot take out time and go beyond the borders of Delhi, these places are specially for you. Take care, have a nice vacation. God bless you. Jai Hind.